Hey adventurers, welcome to the crew. I'm Sealor Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. We've just finished taking a look through Brackenbury, and we're now in Ondra's Gift, which looks like the poor dockyard district of Defiance Bay. There's a few. I'm pretty sure this is a brothel. I'm pretty sure we heard about that before. And
I'm
also
here.
the name. Yeah. Let's take a look at these houses here first. A lot of refugees around. The grimy windows have been papered over from the inside. Yeah, definitely the poor district. What are these? Abandoned house and Colfeg's house. I'm gonna break into them. They're probably for later quests, but let's go in anyway. Ah, this one is just full of drug addicts. Not great. A dozen tiny somethings squirm within the pot of rice. Oh, that's not fun. Yeah, they're not okay. But whatever this building's accessible for, it must be a different quest, or maybe it's just to show how bad things are here. Oh, look at these two people. They got fancy souls. Asuna Hamil. You see 4 flickering torches, the only sources of light reflecting across 4 tense faces. Harsh words crackle the air between them as they argue about their course, some wanting to return, some wanting to continue. They move step by step through the dank cave, noses pinched and eyes alert. One, a ghostly elven woman, is thrown into the air and onto the ground with a sudden snap, the victim of an unseen trap. The group's surrounded now, skeletal hands reaching from beyond the grave at the intrusion of life in their midst. The group scrambles for their weapons, but too late. The skeletons are already upon them. The fallen elf cracks her eyes open. One of her companions falls, about to be impaled by an ancient spear. Adrenaline floods her system and she screams into action, moving faster than anyone just unconscious has a right to. Eyes white with fear, she conjures a wall of fire, incinerating the skeleton and providing a momentary reprieve for the party. Breathing hard, they share a glance as the passage is flooded with flickering orange and ready their weapons. This time they're ready, and the skeletons last mere minutes before falling to the ground once more. Alright, what about you, Branwen Gween? You see a young woman standing against the backdrop of a wide, grassy plain. Her face is all silver and shadow in the moonlight, and she looks down at the wooden raft at her feet. An older woman lies on the raft, her arms crossed over her chest and her eyes closed in death. Her face is the same dark gray as the younger woman's, and her head bears the same curving protuberances. But that is where the resemblance ends. The younger woman takes a pendant from the older woman's neck and ties it around her own. The platinum medallion shows a crescent moon engulfed by a curling wave, the symbol of the goddess Ondra. The young woman pushes the raft from the grassy beach and into the tide. She stands in the surf and watches it disappear, a silvered tear rolling down her cheek. Very touching. Alright, who's in this house? Colfeg. Almost labeled Colfeg. Bro, Colfeg has 20 golden dukes that aren't even stealing to take. And some cocoa, which is also expensive in medieval societies. A youngish elven man squints at you in surprise. You can't just barge into somebody's home like this. Who do you think you are? Who are you? The elf who lives here. Now, get out. Okay. He must also be a quest, but not until later. But I did take his money, which apparently he doesn't care about. Alright, let's, tell you what, let's run down to this last abandoned house, and then we'll circle our way around to the brothel. I assume it has to be a brothel with the name and other references we've heard. Not big houses they got in this district, huh? Okay. Oh. Lame. Adra, 12 gold nobles. For the poor district, there's a lot of money lying in random chests and things that nobody wants in some of these houses. The rope coiled around the chair feels painfully scratched. Oh, the water in the pail is murky with blood. Oh, this is, they've been torturing or holding prisoners here. But also there's nobody here, so I'm just gonna leave. Probably there's quests to all these houses later or something like that, but pretty empty right now. Alright, now let's head down and take a look.
Bring back the feisty one. There's a woman can do some damage squeezing her legs together.
It isn't a parlor trick. Besides, she doesn't take orders well.
She has backbone, that woman. Does it scare you?
No, but I won't be responsible for what happens if you call her whore.
Durance is the most, uncouth priest. I want to read this text. Gimme. With its crooked and missing shingles, the roof resembles a prize fighter's gap-toothed smile. There's a canal out to the outer harbor. One of the bridges doesn't even work. Whose house is this? Ada. It is stealing to take their stuff. A quiet, motionless shape is swaddled beneath filthy rags and moth-eaten towels. Ooh. A pale green fuzz has colonized one of the loaves. Do you have a hollow-born kid here, Ada? The woman looks like she hasn't slept in days. Her hair is a rat's nest of tangles and her eyes are lined with shadows. She casts an anxious glance at the door. Her eyes widen, somewhere between hope and apprehension. Are you here about Darren? No, but I'll help if I can. It's my son. His father, Wade, took him fishing 2 days ago, and I haven't seen him since. The neighbors are no help, and the city watch hardly bothers with the gift these days. I'd be out on the docks looking for myself, but I can't leave the baby. Her eyes wander to a crib, and she lowers her voice. I don't dare take a hollowborn out, what with the violence near the brothel. So the kid is hollowborn. The answer is etched plainly on her face. Weidwin's legacy is as potent in Defiance Bay as anywhere. People are scared, and they're looking for someone to blame, whether it's those women at the brothel or the families of these poor babes. Might be nice if a god or two stepped in and set people straight, but maybe that's just me. She sighs and watches the motionless cradle. I don't approve of what goes on at Maya's place, but these attacks won't earn us the god's mercy, and it's only made it harder to earn a living. So, about your kid? Tell me about Darren. The ghost of a smile flickers across her lips. He's a brave lad, a little too bold for his own good, but he's always been a dutiful son and a gentle brother. He's got dark hair, quick eyes, and a ready smile. When you find him, you'll recognize him in a heartbeat, I'm sure of it. Well, probably not, but okay. How about Wade? She scowls and brushes a greasy strand of hair from her face. Sometimes I don't know whether to rejoice or rue that he comes home as often as he does. He spends most of his time and all our money drinking at the brothel. Has ever since... Her gaze returns to the silent cradle. Ooh, not an acceptable way to handle that, but I kinda understand why he's not okay. Where'd you see him last? Wade was taking Darren fishing at the docks. That was 2 days ago. Oh, we were fishing not on a ship, we were just fishing off the pier. Okay, yeah, them being gone for 2 days is kinda weird then. Okay. Ada closes her tired eyes, likely for the first time in 2 days. I don't know how to thank you. I don't have much to spare these days, but Ondra bless you for anything you can do. Okay, well, we'll try to find the kid, I guess. As long as we're wandering around the docks anyway. Honestly, there's only like 2 streets here in the baby's Hollowborn. I feel like you probably could have spared 5 minutes to walk down to the docks at some point. Oh, look, a courtesan. Very nice. I think this is the... Yeah, this would be the actual brothel. What's up, sailor? Yeah, you're drunk as hell. Okay. Oh, hi, Kerned. What you doing in this corner? A hooded figure leans against a wall. When he notices you draw near, he stands upright and raises his hand to halt your approach. If you know the words, speak 'em and we can do business. If not, we're done speaking. I know the words. Is this to do with the main quest? This is hard to keep track of sometimes. Maybe on Ildfjorn? I apologize for the unpleasantries. I'm Kern, the midnight merchant, as some would say. I deal in sensitive commodities. Precautions must be taken. Now, let us do business. I don't know when we got those words, but apparently it's just a merchant. He sells almost exclusively gems, actually. All manner of gems. Sapphire, ruby, emerald, topaz, diamond, Ondra Tara, teardrop-shaped pearls, opal, pearl, garnet, Velun, peridot, Adra Ban, white Adra, okay. Bloodstone, moonstone, jasper, turquoise, amethyst, agate, Adra. Yeah. Just a gem merchant, albeit a secret one. Another courtesan. This goes to nowhere, doesn't it? Like, that ends. I don't know if it was built with the intent of it ending, but it ends now. Let's run down breakwater here and see what we can see. Surrounded by scattered planks, it isn't clear whether this skiff has been half built and abandoned or cannibalized for lumber. What's the point of this extension exactly? We've got kind of a nice Adra breakwater out here. Presumably they didn't build that, but nonetheless. Here's a couple of people with souls. Jareth Lexingtail. You see only the barest glimpse of a jagged, disfiguring scar before it's hidden with a hood as the man prepares to leap. One window to another, scaling a trellis with soft, gloved hands, he moves promptly through the upper stories of a careless city. The afternoon is lethargic, empty, and he quickly hits 3 targets. A scroll hidden in some noblewoman's cabinet, a bottle of dark red wine from a blackened and dilapidated cellar, a pouch of coins from a swift-waisted, overly rouged young elf. He buys himself dinner at an overly orange, raw-scrubbed inn, and swills the wine as he eats, but his eyes are on the door. He's barely finished when it closes behind a sour white elf, red eyes demanding answers. Unperturbed, he kisses her on the cheek, discreetly placing the scroll in her pocket, before returning to his meal a significant deal richer for the gold in his hand. Okay. Master Thief. And the other guy, Kami. You see an elven woman, colorless complexion almost invisible amidst the falling snow. She's wrapped in white fur, tense eyes squinting in the glare. She moves rapidly, boots barely marking the snow underfoot, snapping glances behind her. A howl rises, quickly joined by another and another, and she loses a prayer to the wind as she begins to run. The wolves gain ground quickly, loping effortlessly towards her. She fumbles with her spellbook, but is trapped in loops of leather on her back. Cursing, she changes course towards a jutting outcrop of ice. She can hear them now, hot breath crackling in the frozen air. Breathing hard, she tries to run faster, nose crinkling against the sweat down her face. Clammy, with a cry of relief, she reaches the ice, then disappears. She falls into the small opening with a muffled thump, holding her breath as the wolves try to track her, confused in the snow above. She shivers uncontrollably from cold or fear, and tries to wait. Oh, I find all these... I mean, I know these are all from Kickstarter backers, but they're pretty interesting, some of them. The funnier ones are better, I think. Alright, now I would say into the brothel, probably. But, oh. Oh my. Those guys just shanked some guy and stole his money. That's not nice. And this courtesan just stood here and watched. Hey, noble buddy, what's up? You look a little shanked. The man's fancy clothes are ripped and blood flows from a fresh cut above his eye. He tries to push himself up, but his arm is shaking. He winces painfully. Well, let's help him up. Thank you, he gasps as he rises. My head. What happened? He carefully dabs at his bloody nose with a silk handkerchief. I was just on my way to the club. He slowly stretches out one leg, grimacing at his scraped knee. It's a rough part of town, but the rebels never been violent. Even a night with a collie isn't worth this. He limps away. Okay, well, I mean, you're a dick, but also, to be fair, he was just robbed, so maybe we'll cut him a little slack. This. Oh, that's the. Is this land, or is this just weird water? It appears on the map, but not really on this map. Let's just be weird water. Anyway. I mean, it looks like it should be beach, but I don't actually see it, so. Wait, why can I click there? How do we... Yeah, we can't get there. I don't think we can get aboard that ship either. Alright, just trying to make sure I'm covering all my bases. Into the brothel.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaroon of the Milkmaid. She knew what she was doing. Overfried cod,
Okay,
Waterdale, and prostitution. A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
I hope you aren't expecting to find the leaden key in here.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
Now
Okay,
to
Sagani.
find a home for my other staff.
God damn it, Terrence. You're the worst priest. Okay. A lot of guards in here, so it's a pretty high-end brothel at least. Bit of a miscalculation there, huh, buddy? Alright, let's, Can't steal that. Oh, but now we're drinking, okay. Yeah, this is probably the proprietor. Let's talk to them first.
How do you do?
The Omoa woman watches you suspiciously. One hand is tensed at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if weary, smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble, are you? No. What kind of trouble are you having? A frown ripples across her blue facial markings. The kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have taken to harassing my hardworking boys and girls. They and our customers. They started showing up after this rash of Hollowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. She looks you up and down, scratching her chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in places like the Gift, but word is you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Avar to bother with us commoners, and I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. Well, okay. I'll put a stop to this. Maya draws you closer. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me that these aren't random incidents. She places one large finger on your chest. You put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a real nice way to thank you. She winks. Got me? Ader, I don't think she's gonna bake us cookies. But I would take cookies for a quest reward. I mean, come on. Okay. Anyway, questions. What do you know about these attacks? She waves a hand to the door. You only have to step outside to see it for yourself. Well, yeah, I just did, to be fair. Those thugs out there are just waiting to cause you trouble for anyone coming or going. She sizes you up. Maybe they would have let you pass, though. Yeah, we're a little well-armed to be robbed. Tell me about your business. She rubs the back of her neck. It's not doing as well as I'd like with all this trouble. I run an honest enterprise, just trying to give folks a little rest and relaxation. She nods at you and lowers her voice. You help me out, and I'll see about getting you a special discount. Okay, anything else? A knowing grin warps her blue markings. Now, just what can I do for a strapping lad like yourself? Tell me about the place. I thought that was clear as the crystal waters below the docks. She laughs. This here's the Salty Mast, the most famous house of pleasure in Defiance Bay. We got drinks, beds, and good company to help you enjoy both. Of course, the club for refined and prestigious gentlemen is upstairs. You'll find several of the hardest working boys and girls in Defiance Bay up there, too. I see. Refined and prestigious gentlemen, huh? What do you sell? You sell the standard food, basically. And I can recruit adventurers here, which kind of makes sense, really. And I can buy rooms without prostitutes in them, even. Isn't that fancy? Wait.
Hello.
Maybe more questions. I'm not hiring a prostitute right now. But do we know about Cyril? She laughs. You must be new in town, dearie. She's only the most sought-after girl in the district. You want to spend time with her, just ask. She's 1,000 for the night, but she's worth every pound, or so they tell me. Fancy you go with her? She nudges you in the ribs. Best money you can spend at the gift. Maybe another time. She winks. That's what everyone says at first. Wait, why did I need to talk to Cyril? I already feel like I did that. I just need to... Yeah, I just need to solve more quests. We gotta find this derelict tower. Then we gotta leave for that. What about these? Yes, confront the thugs. Get that. Oh, I see. Oh, jeez. You think we can find her without hiring her? Because 1,000 is a lot to spend to resolve this guy's random quest. Alright, well. Let's explore the rest of this tavern first, too. Or, not tavern, really. I mean, it is a tavern also, to be fair, but it's a brothel. Big Dermsy. He doesn't look very big, honestly. Oh, I guess he's an Orlin. He probably is pretty... No. Aren't the Orlin kind of small? The Omoa are the big ones. The Orlin man seems to walk with a slight limp. He doesn't say anything, but he stops and regards you with interest. What's wrong with your leg? He just laughs and shakes his head. Okay, I'm not hiring him. Let's move on. Half-finished tankards of ale and bottles of wine leave wet rings on the bar. Scattered plates hold fish bones and grease. Were you
Hail,
bartender?
Momet.
Lena's tulips, huh? She leans on the bar, her black painted nails tapping the wood. What'll it be? Well, you can tell me about the place. She arches an eyebrow. Every foreign sailor and visiting villager knows about the Salty Mask. It's the most famous brothel in Defiance Bay. She points to an Omo woman. You want to know more? Just ask Maya. Okay, same stuff here. What about you, Wade? Wade's eyes are red-rimmed and on-focused. He stares into a filthy mug as if searching for something. He shivers and takes another drink. Oh, Wade is the guy, the father of the person we're looking for. Maybe you had enough, Wade. His eyes are filled with shame and self-loathing. What do you want from me? Well, your son's missing, so maybe you explain what you're doing here. The shame and self-loathing bodes poorly, though. Wade buries his face in his hands. It's not like that. I was taking the boy fishing. I just wanted to stop on the way for a drink, a quick one, so I told him to wait for me outside. I only meant to stay a few minutes, but by the time I came out, he was gone. Jesus. Man. You just abandoned your kid outside a tavern, a brothel, actually? For the gods alone know how long? And you sit here still, she snorts. He stares at his mug again and takes a quick drink. I don't know what I'm going to tell Oda. Let's get your ass out there and look for him, buddy. You think I haven't tried? I've lived in Ondra's gift all my life. And someone's been missing this long. Okay, yeah. Wade turns back to his drink and takes a long gulp. Great. Well, we're going to have to go look for the kid. The kid might be dead. Captain Pepperjack, huh? You see the prow of a ship slice through the deck of another, a Valiant spice vessel, and are immediately accosted by splintering wood and panic. The pirates are upon the ship in the space of a shout, all elbows, gold earrings, and violence. Crewmen are hurled, shoved, and punched off the deck as the dog-eared captain boards. The hunt begins immediately as water begins to claim the wounded merchant vessel. The larger cargo boxes are ignored entirely in favor of the smaller, more delicate boxes and jars. The captain stands, water snarling around his ankles as he waits for each of his crew to return to the ship with their plunder. Counting them off, he takes a running jump and grabs the railing, hauling himself aboard as the remains of the merchant vessel are devoured by the ocean below. The crew applauds, ruckus, cheers, and laughter as they begin to sort through the valuable Valian spices. The Fansington would eat well tonight.
Greetings.
Oriko catches your eye. The golden hoop dangles from one ear, and his fine, fitted clothes whisper as he glides over to you. You have me at a loss. How could I afford time with such a magnificent creature? You couldn't, buddy. He holds a smooth, strong hand to his breast. Such wounds! If you're as fierce in love as you are in speech, then may I suffer 1,000 little deaths by your hand. What can Oriko do for you? You tell me. Some things must be experienced to be believed. Okay, yeah, no. This dialogue. Your brothel noobs here. But which one? I appreciate that it's an equal opportunity brothel. Prostitutes for people of all tastes. I assume this is just another prostitute. Yeah. You're a local girl or a highlight? She laughs. Both gorgeous. What else can you do with that clever tongue of yours? And what local attractions would you remain? Yeah, okay. I'm not going to go around hiring every prostitute in this damn place. There's too many of them, for one thing. This is a rather graphic declaration of affection for someone named Cyril. Yeah, apparently they do love Cyril here. 10 louis. You see a tall woman crouched over her drink, sitting alone in an unkept inn. What few other patrons are there leave her well alone, walking a wide berth as she drinks. Even the innkeeper avoids her eye as he serves her a procession of drinks, but she seems to take no notice. A man swaggers in, and he does take notice. With an imperious nod to the innkeeper, he seats himself next to the woman, her buxom form his clear interest. She turns away from him, but he persists, reaching a hand across and touching her knee. In seconds, he's prone on the floor, shocked and still scrambling to get back up, then is prevented by her shoe on his throat. She raises an eyebrow, expression empty, as he splutters for mercy. He's red by the time she relents, and she turns back to her drink as he scrambles backwards and out the door, casting affronted glances behind him as he retreats. The other patrons shake their heads knowingly. Alright, fair enough. Almadon. You see the burned-out shell of a room. This man stands in the middle of it, scorch marks surrounding his feet, smoke rising from his fire-singed robe. Debris is littered about, broken shelves, torn and burned books, smashed chairs, a sundered table. There are cracks in the walls, and light shines weakly through a small hole in the roof. Every window in the room is shattered, and a lamp lies on its side in the corner, burning oil forming a pool under it on the stone floor. Alrighty. Why'd you burn the room, buddy? The man looks around, surveying the wreckage, his eyes stopping briefly on the 5 bodies lying amidst the debris. They're twisted, burned, torn, and nearly unrecognizable. He turns back to the only living man remaining, sitting against the wall, legs and pelvis crushed under a heavy stone beam. The dying man stares blankly over the beam, blood running from the corner of his mouth. The uninjured man leans over, looking into the eyes of the other. No other may have this knowledge, he says. The other man opens his mouth to speak, but this man has already walked away. He drops his hand to his side and speaks a short phrase. An inky drop falls from his hand and hits the ground, growing into a ring of black energy that extends outward. As it passes over the other man, he transforms. His skin becomes ashen and gray, his flesh desiccating and wrinkling in on itself. The ring extends past the man and blinks out of existence as his body, now nothing but ash, collapses in on itself. Alright, that's all very ominous.
Good day, stranger.
No, what's up with the old drunkard here? His robes are torn and stained with vomit. He turns his eyeless face towards you, wiping his mouth. Come for a story? His speech is slurred and his voice ragged. I told all the best stories. He slaps his chest. It's my club, anyway. What club would that be? The Club for Refined and Prestigious Gentlemen. He prods his shoulder. Wait, if you don't know about the club, you must be... He heaves, catching his chest. After several precarious seconds, he recovers. Where was I? Oh, you must be here about the ring. The ring. He shoves it into your hand. Have to have that to get into the lounge, he hiccups. They don't let just anyone in, you know. He wipes a hand on his shredded robe. It's the most exclusive club in Defiance Bay. He slaps you on the back. And whatever you do, don't tell him you're new, or he turns away, overcome by a fit of dry heaving. Boy, that man is very drunk, but at least we're in to the club. Who's this? Smells of fried fish and oysters hang over the stove. The counter splattered with grease. Well, this must be the cook. Yeah. They work up an appetite, huh? Right, do I have to pay to get into the back rooms here? No, it doesn't look like it. Not much back here either, though. A bookshelf with 3 books and 164 copper. Rolled bills and receipts show amounts paid to Maya's staff as well as her expenses for ale, fish, and new linens. Okay, well, let's try upstairs. That's where Cyril is anyway, I think, so... Let's check out the Club of Refined and Prestigious Gentlemen. I'm sure they're very refined and prestigious. Oh, the club's over there. Okay. This is just
How do you do?
Appears to be a dwarf. She raises the hem of her skirt to show you a well-muscled leg. You never experienced anything like this before. Trust me. What do you mean? Why, I could climb a tall thing like you all night. She slaps a smooth, firm thigh. Pass. What the hell kind of dancing is this anyway, by the way? Like, what on earth? I just noticed that somehow. It's not really so much sexy as like looks like they're high as hell or something. I don't know.
How do you do?
Oh, this is a collie. The proprietor mentioned her by name, I think. Or no, the noble outside was here for her. Yeah. The pale elf's gold eyes are the color of a winter sunset. She touches your cheek with a cool hand. You look like you've journeyed far. Let me show you comfort and rest. This isn't really a restful sort of... Okay. I came to Defiance Bay from the frozen lands at the southern end of the world. Few of my people venture this far north, but none know how to warm a cold night like we do. Her skin seems to glow in the darkened bar.
Hail and well met.
They've got quite a number of named prostitutes here. The elf's long hair frames high cheekbones and a long, slender nose. It's not every day the club gets such a breath of fresh air. Who are you? Well, I'm a native of the Deerwood and an expert in the subtle arts. If it's practiced skill and finesse you seek, look no further. He wraps his tapered fingers around a wine goblet. Okay. The game of Dunrid Draw seems to have ended abruptly with scattered cards and flaxen pipes. Oh, sweet, we're in. Apparently they don't care as long as you have a ring. Okay, Cyril has guards. Noted. There's just several patrons in here with 0 prostitutes. What are you doing, guys? Can I get in here? Yes. Cyril must be very famous if you know that she has 1,000 a night. Up close, these look more comfortable than one might expect. Was that lingerie? Or... Can't entirely tell hanging up like that. Oh, there's Cyril. We need to talk to her. We need to talk to her, we need to get into there. I'm guessing talking to her is going to require paying 1,000 coppers, but we can try. Yeah, no, we can't get past the guards. Right. Okay, well, let's hit up the club first. Doorman already let us... Doorwoman? Whatever. Already let us in, so let's just, Okay, it's just this one room? Yeah. Not an enormous club. It appears to have one rather... Is this a bed? Shaped like this? Good grief, guys. No, but it's got a guest book. The names scrawled in the guest book span pages of the thick tome. I think these are maybe patrons, like from the game development process, but I could be wrong. The plaque beneath the display case reads, "The legendary Gilt Blade of Lorn, capable of smiting any foe dead with a single blow, broken in the Battle of Tower Watch." Alas. Alas. That's a patron? Why are they... Okay. What's up with you two? My first time? Oh, no, the guy at the downstairs told me not to say that. Hello, Vincent Dwellier. The man looks down his nose at you. So, you're a member, I see. Are you here for the exclusive club equipment? Tell me about the place. He folds his arms. Broadly speaking, you're in the club for refined and prestigious gentlemen, on the upper floor of the Salty Mast. He tilts his head. More specifically, you're in the members-only lounge, which means you've been part of the club for at least a year. He eyes you suspiciously. Our rules are strict, but they keep the riffraff out. Mostly. Guys, there were only a couple dozen members in that book. You should recognize... The door woman at least should recognize them by sight. Like... Otherwise, they could just sell their rings and... Okay. Fine, show me your stock. I've been collecting the finest equipment for over a decade. I guarantee you won't find a superior collection. Oh. Oh, wow, that might be true. Damn, he's got a lot of fancy equipment here. Look at this thing. It's a poleaxe that's fine and plus 10 accuracy to an ally attacking the same target and plus 1 enemies engaged. Big ass greatsword. Although I will say interestingly, these don't have super fancy descriptions, so they're kind of generic for the fact that they're super enchanted. Though. I mean, this one's... A lot of them are just... Some of them have special stuff, though. But some of them are just, like, generically fine, but with fancy names. I don't know how that works. Let's see. Rapiers. Gilt Blade of... Wasn't this broken on the wall? Damn guy took it down and is selling it? Damn, that's a fancy longsword. Have I been using a rod? Well, this is just a generic fine rod, really, though. It's disorienting, huh? Okay, well, these are all actually pretty generic pieces of equipment, mostly. Although high quality. So, like, I could definitely... We might have to come back here if we ever want to gear up, because this is pretty high quality stuff. It's all, like, finer, except... Oopsies. Fine or exceptional. I do have a lot of money. Maybe I should spend on it, but... We'll come back. I haven't had too much problem. Mostly just dealing with stuff I've looted so far. Now, how are we doing as far as the castle goes? Am I not building anything? Oh no, yeah, we're still building the Warden's Lodge. Okay. Although I have, like, can I build? Oh no, I can only build one thing at once. Okay, yeah. So we're working on the Warden's Lodge. We have a lot of money. This feels like a very great expense, and maybe like there should be a better way to do this quest, but maybe we just pay for a night with Cyril in order to be able to talk to her. I don't see any other way past the guards at the moment. There's a better way to... My laptop keyboard does not allow me to push F5 easily,
Good
but
day to you.
it's technically the better way to do this. Okay. Sure, let's hire Cyril. You'll find her quarters upstairs. She lays a large hand on your shoulder. Don't mind the burly fellows at her door. They're just there to make sure everyone has a good time. 1,000 goddamn pants. This quest reward better be worth it at least, honestly. Especially considering we probably don't even get Cyril after, you know, we confront her about her stolen medallion and stuff. Oh well, the guards at least know to let us in. Hi, Cyril. Anything else in here other than Cyril? Nope.
Hello.
Powder almost hides the circles under her eyes, and rouge dusts her two prominent cheekbones. Despite it all, Cyril is beautiful. She favors you with a smile she must have practiced and perfected. Hello, stranger. Let me make you more comfortable. Yeah, about that, I got things to talk about. She runs a smooth finger along your neck and under your chin. Just tell me what you like. It's extra if you want to bring someone else in, though. Lady, there's 5 other people in this room, and a fox right now. You didn't charge me extra for that either, I don't think. Your friend Thristwin sent me. He needs that medallion. So do I. Cyril raises her chin. I offered him his half of the money, and he refused it. She crosses her arms and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he told you all about his broken clan. Did he also tell you that I got him where he is today? I really am sorry for him, but I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Ire Glonfoth. I've worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving it up just because Thristwin's suddenly gotten nostalgic. What would it cost to buy it? He said it was, like, priceless. Technically, that'd be the easiest solution, but, like... Will intimidating her work, or will it end disastrously? What would it cost to buy? 6,000 pounds? Well, even 4,000. Good lord. I'm not supposed to lose piles of money on quests. There you go. She cradles the bag of coppers. I could be in a cottage in Brackenbury tomorrow. She looks hopefully at the medallion in your hand. I'm not going to tell you your business, but if you do mean to give that to Thristwin, it would mean a lot to me, too. I hope he finds everything he's looking for back home. Did I just spend 5,000 copper to resolve this quest? Good God. She pulls a moonstone ring off her finger. Please, take this. It's always given me an edge with people around here, but I'm done with that part of my life. So it would be inappropriate to ask to you. I paid 1,000 copper for this, lady. Kind of feels like she's leaving the life. All right, fine. Bye. Can't help but feel that this entire quest we've been severely ripped off in many ways. 5,000 copper. Didn't even get to sleep with the prostitute. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, well. Moving on then. We can head back to Brackenbury at any time and turn that in now, but that's not going to be a problem. Maybe, actually, hold on. We should probably sleep before we leave, because we're not all exactly at full health with
I'm
spells
here.
and everything. Yeah. Hey, it's daylight. Great, we're going to sleep through the entire day. Oh, well.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Oops, not this. Here, yeah. Damn, 25 copper even to sleep in the common room. Fine. Thanks for watching, adventurers. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, adventurers. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.